everyone, hope you're doing well. So I'm lucky enough to be on holiday in Croatia at the moment, and as you know, around the world it is full moon in Libra, which happens to be my star sign, so something that I really resonate with. And I'm going to do a full moon reading for each of the 4 groups of star signs. We've got fire, water, air and earth. And yeah, so we're going to look at what needs to be released, what to bring in and where we're at the moment. So we're going to start with fire. So where are we at the moment, fire signs, in this full moon in Libra? So the card that we've got up is Anna, grandmother of Jesus. And the key words that are coming up are nurture, ancestral healing and wisdom. So I'm getting a lot about feeling this kind of innate wisdom growing with this full moon, and a lot about working on your ancestral healing and your sort of maybe past lives as well, and just looking back and seeing what wounds need to be healed in your ancestral line. This is the card, this is what she looks like. So let's have a little look in the guidebook and see what is coming through for us. Fire signs. Your ancestors stand beside you and support and love you, and they want to see you healed, whole and happy. Acknowledge and love those who have gone before you, but forge your own path ahead. So it talks here about your purpose being to heal, prosper and experience joy on behalf of all those who have gone before you, and to lay loving, strong foundations for those who come next. And becoming more and more powerful in your magic each day by practicing. And again, it talks about ancestral karma and healing, finding your place in the here and now, and sort of fostering kind of more healthy family relationships. And you can embody the energy of Anna, grandmother of Jesus, by trusting your love, light and life will reach far and wide, and taking the higher ground and being the bigger person, and also by impacting the world through your creations. So we're going to just have a look at the tarot cards now, and we're going to see what needs to be released and what needs to be called in and activated. So the fire signs, what needs to be released? The Fool. So again, this links to the idea of wisdom. The Fool is about new beginnings and about a kind of innocent, childlike feeling. I think this is saying that we need to kind of release, fire signs need to release that kind of playing the fool, playing the victim, playing the I don't know this card, and remember that we have wisdom and we have a voice and we have a part to play in this world that we live in. And I think it's about, you know, remembering that we all have to take responsibility for our actions. So releasing the idea of, it's hard to kind of explain what's kind of coming to me, but I think, yeah, releasing the idea that we're not an active player in things and that we have no say, like we always have say in things. And then what needs to be brought in for fire signs. We've got 2 of Wands. So I think what needs to be brought in is perspective and about putting things in a sort of prioritised order. I think there's definitely a view of like seeing things from up above and remembering that we're kind of a small minutiae, and yeah, so bringing in, calling in this kind of power that we have, making us feel more empowered. Yeah, standing in our power, I'm getting. So yeah, that's really interesting. So fire signs, we're kind of looking at coming into our power, and I think there's going to be like something beneficial for people who are traveling this month as well. in around this full moon in particular. Okay. So now we're going to do water signs. So please, can I have the card for water signs as to where they are now? Oh, jump right out. So we've got Lady Nada. You can see that there. So we've got divine service, light work, and higher heart, sorry. So I think water signs are working a lot at the moment on themselves and their kind of spirituality and growth and healing. And lots of them in watching this reading might be light workers as well, or witches or mystics or other things that they might identify as. Let's just have a quick look and see if there's any more information from the book. So Lady Nada. Okay, so we've got, your light is needed in the world. Love, help, comfort, inspire and support others in whatever way you feel called. Your service is seen and you'll be rewarded in wonderful ways when you show up to do your divine work. Your purpose is to be of service to the light, to shine your light and love far and wide. Follow the callings and stirrings in your heart. You already know what to do and it's time to do it. And with magic, it's time to work spells or say prayers to get clarity around your divine light mission in this lifetime. And when you get shown your next step, you need to take it. So you can call on Lady Nada by healing and helping others, getting out of your own way. So stepping aside and moving out of ego, making it not about you, but about the greater good and what works for other people as well as the world around you. Not neglecting your own needs, but remembering what others need as well. And working on your higher heart chakra to activate it. And you can embody the energy of Lady Nada by helping others, opening your heart and being more loving, so calling in more love in your life. Staying focused on your purpose and path. Forgiving and letting go and living with compassion. So now we just need a card for our water signs. So what do they need to release? What do our water signs need to release? Okay, 10 of Wands. So we've got burdens, releasing the idea that you have to work to death to get what you need. You are already good enough. You know, you need to release this idea that you need to work like a horse your whole life. Hard work is obviously a good thing, but it's not something we should be doing all the time. You need to rest and relax. And I think this card is calling you to kind of give yourself a little bit of a break. And then let's see what needs to be called in for our water signs. Ace of Pentacles. So I think this is maybe the time for some of you to start working on a new business venture or project. This is a great opportunity, this full moon, for you to take your ideas and your inspiration and put them into something that will bring abundance into your life, whether that's financial or spiritual abundance, or something that will make you feel more fulfilled. So I really think there's lots of opportunities coming your way. Working with this Libra full moon will help that as well, because it brings sort of balance. So stop working so hard, but start working on things that you enjoy a bit more to bring that balance and kind of nurturing into your life. Okay, that's what I've got for you, water signs. Okay, so let's have earth signs now. So what card do we want to show us where we're at with earth signs? Wow. So we've got Saint Joan of Arc. So this card is showing that this person who is representing the earth sign is full of courage, fearlessness and activism. So your earth signs at the moment might be working really hard on strong causes and things that are really close to your heart and things that you feel really passionate about. And you kind of you're quite forthright and you've come into your own a lot over this last year, I think. You've got kind of like bold personality as well. Like, I think, yeah, I can imagine you being quite headstrong. So let's see what else we've got for St. Joan of Arc. This is your pep talk from the divine. You have got this, so keep going and stay strong. Don't give up just before things turn in your favour and keep fighting the good fight. So your purpose is to follow your heart, listen to divine guidance, but take divinely led action and live your life truthfully and life and truth courageously, that's what it says. And hold a vision for victorious outcomes. Don't just work with magic at your altar, but really live your magic if that's something that you feel drawn towards. So you can call on St. Joan of Arc for assistance with fear, rejection, self-expression, standing in your power, and asking for what you want and going for it. And you can embody her energy by following your heart, fighting for what you believe in, being an activist, following your intuition and divine guidance, and living bravely. So we're going to look at tarot cards now. So we're going to see what needs to be released for earth signs. Ooh. So I'm getting that some of you might have been having some sleepless nights. Lots of anxiety and thoughts going round and round in your head. Again, maybe late nights, partying, kind of doing too much. This needs to be released. You need to start taking self-care more seriously, and look after yourself in a more kind of mature and forgiving way, and really nurture yourself. I'm getting kind of a view of, someone that's burning the candle at both ends. And then what needs to be activated and called in with this full moon. Oh, this one jumped out at me. The devil. So we don't necessarily take this literally, but this is talking about temptations and habits. And I think this is saying you need to live a little bit more in some ways, but as well as taking care of yourself. So it's kind of a confusing message if you look at it literally. But I think it's about enjoying your kind of sexuality and exploring your passions and, just trying out new things, and also, just really getting into what you're working on. Definitely, I think it might be a sign to kind of, release what's not working for you, but don't be you don't need to be boring just because you're releasing some of the harder stuff and the partying and stuff. You can also have those temptations and those enjoyments and those pleasures in your life. So it's kind of reminding you to have that balance, but you're doing really well on this path of courage and fearlessness. So I think it's just reminding you to take care of yourself while you do it as well. Okay. And then last but not least, we've got our air signs. So let's see where our air signs are at. Okay, so we've got Ishtar here. So this is our air signs representative for today. We've got feminine power, sexuality, and heaven on earth. So I'm getting kind of, the divine feminine, someone who's like really embodying their kind of sensuality. Someone that's kind of empowered to be who they are. Let's have a look and see what else is coming through with this card. The power and strength of the goddess resides within you. You can get through any battle or difficulty you encounter. Embrace and enjoy the power of your sexuality and humanness. So your purpose is to fully embody your divine feminine power and help the divine feminine to rise, bringing balance back to the world. You are here to create and experience heaven on earth. Focus on sexual healing and reclaim your own body as a sacred temple, and work with a therapist if needed to support your healing journey. So you can call upon Ishtar for assistance with any issues of a sexual nature, embracing your gender identity, self-esteem and confidence, connecting with the power of your sexuality, facing battles and setting up boundaries. And I think boundaries is something that is really important for this kind of group of people. And also you can embody the energy of Ishtar by continuing to own your divine feminine power, winning and embracing wins, and having courage and strength, but also enjoying your body and your sexuality and kind of feeling free to be who you really want to be. So let's see with the tarot cards what needs to be released for our air signs. So we've got the Three of Swords. So maybe some of our air signs still are feeling that brokenheartedness from a past relationship, whether that's recent or more ancient, or even a friendship or a familial breakdown. I think we need to start to release these kind of blocks and move on. I say we because I am an air sign. But I also kind of see this as like victory over heartbreak. So we have to remember that, you know, we can get through this. And there is always sunshine after the clouds and the rain depicted in that picture. And then finally, what do we want to call in and activate? So what do we want for us air signs? We've got a Seven of Cups. So we need to make choices, which is great because, I mean, I'm Libra and we're very indecisive. And this card is saying you need to be empowered to make strong choices in order for them to kind of move forward and have that power and have that vision to kind of push yourself through. So take note if you feel drawn to anything in particular on this card, because that might also mean something specific with you. So yeah, I'm really feeling like there's something about kind of having the courage to make a choice and to choose to get through the difficulties of that past relationship, whether it's familial or, you know, friendships, or whether it was a loving relationship, and kind of choosing what's right for you. Okay, so that's everything that I've got for you. I hope that was a helpful reading for everybody. And just let you know that I am available at the moment for tarot readings. So just contact me on Instagram at Leigh-Ann Charlotte, and we can arrange something for you either on video, voice note, or live. In person is also possible as well if you're in Bristol. Take care. Bye.